Meowdred didn't even touch your door. You can't ban Meowdred. Nuh-uh. Nami did. Nami licked the door. Read names, Zella. You need to have reading comprehension. It's important. As a mod. They're slightly different colors. Alright. I'm starting stream. It helps if I put my camera up so you guys can actually see me. TV. They are very similar colors, I totally understand, but I'm still gonna give you shit. Hello, everyone! How are we today? Alright. I want everyone to know that I watched my husband, who also plays this game, right? I watched him come into the game. He pulled 2 10 pulls, got Morax's blade, and then he closed the fucking game. So I'm hoping to manifest that energy for me right now, because I don't have a lot of pulls, because I was trying to get trippy. We are going to very quickly just do... We're just gonna grab some stuff. Luck manifest.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Let me teach you some moves.
Alright, we're just gonna very quickly run through this, and then we'll do our pulls. Just to give everyone time to come on in and, go through the fun little
Stars favor us.
opening ads.
Unlimited firepower. Heft of luck. An explosive start.
Fear.
All for the thrill. This next round, real gaming. Bonus round.
100 stream streak. Good God.
Bonus round. Bonus round. That omen. Don't thank me.
I like how, where I'm positioned, it looks like I'm Aha. I am the elation.
Martial arts are mine to command.
This is Hawkeye.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
Observe the heavens with my divinations. Heft of luck. An explosive start.
Don't think. Fear.
Feast your eyes, That omen. Don't thank me.
All martial arts are mine to command.
This is Hawkeye.
All eyes are on you.
Feast your eyes,
Going through it quickly.
Heft of luck. An explosive start.
Don't think. Fear.
This is Hawkeye.
Bonus round. Bonus round. Bonus round.
Bad omen. Don't thank me.
The opening grind.
All martial arts are mine to command!
Wiped him out. Let me teach you some moves.
Best of luck. An explosive start.
Don't think! Fear!
All for the thrill. Unlimited firepower.
Come
Bad
on.
omen. Don't thank me.
All martial arts are mine
Also,
to
Zabel,
command!
Wiped him out.
the upblade? Are you actually fucking kidding me?
This next round, real gaming.
Observe the heavens with my divinations. Best of luck. An explosive start.
I am not kidding you.
Grabs you and shakes you.
Fear!
Feast your eyes,
I like slightly I missed that, and then I looked over
Don't
and I'm like,
thank me.
you.
All martial arts are mine to command!
This is Hawkeye.
What's for dinner, Noxie? Okay. We still have a lot more that we need to get for Blade. If I get him, I really want to have him... Meeples. Oh, God. You always have, like, the best sounding things. Noxie. Grab all of that. I gotta do that. Okay. Alright, everyone. I have 30 pulls. Give me it in 30 pulls. I beg of you. Not in the first time. Okay. Noxie, I'm gonna trust you. Alright. I'm not sure. I will check after this. Hi, Sampo. Alright. My pity. Is 7 times 5. Yeah. 35. Ish. Okay. Everyone doing math in my fucking comments. Alright. So I will at least hit soft pity. Alright, Noxie. Not on the second. Oh, hi, Luca. hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna set up a team real quick. Dong Hung. Dong Hung. Where are you, Blade? Blade? I don't have the third Dong Hung. So I give him Blade. Please. With your boring ass phone. Please, Blade. This is my last 10 pull I have. No. I have a lot of ways to earn it. I was saving for some of these. But I will do one last 10 pull. Okay. Please. Yeah, this will be 75, so I'm at least hitting soft pity. Oh! Alright, we got the 5-star. Manifest! We're manifesting, guys. Manifest. Come on, man. No! Ah! Wrong one! Alright, and that reset my pity, too. Well. Why am I doing single pulls?
Nice. Let's go.
Do 2 single pulls. Impatient like me. No, I will sit and wait. You guys will be getting more Star Rail from me to get pulls. Or I will be posting it on my Twitter. One of the two. Anyways, where is... Ugh, she keeps... I need to actually build her. Fuck. I do need to build... She'll be the next character I build after I get everything I need for Morax Blade, but... For now... We'll go do this. Alright, let's view the story recap.
During the events of Star Rail Fest, Ashvale discovered what the happiness surgery truly entails. Implanting the flesh and blood of the abominations of abundance. Given the gravity of the situation, we decided to go to Graphia Academy and first launch an investigation into Fullwish. During the course of events, we unexpectedly crossed paths with Fullwish herself. Also a survivor of the Blood-Stained Games, she openly joined the Phantasmoon Games and invited supplicants to travel to Seafeld City, where the
Make sure you
winners
get plenty
will be
of sleep,
decided in
friend.
televised
Thank you for being
debate.
here to help me manifest.
During our exchange with Fullwish, Himiko
That's
realized that
insane.
Fullwish might be a masked fool. As a result, I asked Sparksy to investigate the tavern for leads, and through that, we identified Fullwish's ability, the happiness syntax. Evanesia and Yao Guang established a cooperation agreement. After Evanesia's attempt to assess Fullwish in her capacity as the arbitrator failed, they encountered Blade and his group and learned that
I
the
understand.
flesh
Pain.
implanted in the happiness surgery originated from Shuhu, an emanator of abundance. Himiko and I went to the TV station to take part in the debate and met up with Sunday and Ashvale, who had arrived ahead of us. However, the debate turned out to be a carefully orchestrated trap. In full view of the public, all those who had undergone the surgery transformed into terrifying monsters, and Fullwish framed both the IPC and the Astral Express as the masterminds behind it all. When the disaster erupted, Evanesia willingly violated a forbidden taboo and revealed the real purpose of the Phantasmoon Games: to suppress the terrifying entity slumbering within Plain Arcadia. Through this act, she unlocked the original power of the ambrosial arbor within herself and intervened in the unfolding situation. At the same time, Silverwolf, entrusted by Pearl, set out to investigate the anomalous signal responsible for the monster's emergence, only to be obstructed by Mr. Meanie. As the force backing Fullwish, he wields tremendous power, powerful enough to interfere with the Stellaron Hunter's script. Meanwhile, Fullwish continued to livestream our movements in the TV tower, distorting the truth by every possible means. Drawing upon the wish power of 200,000 victims, she manifested the Meanie Phantasmoon in an attempt to defeat us individually. Thankfully, Silverwolf regained the power of the Ether cartridge level 999 and dealt with it before it was too late. After overcoming every obstacle in our path, we reached the top of the TV tower and confronted Fullwish head-on. Drawing on the people's wish power, she briefly held the upper hand. Ultimately, I used the Stellaron within me to bear that wish power, thereby stepping onto the path of elation and defeating her once and for all. Even so, those who had undergone the surgery did not recover. At Blade's proposal, everyone joined forces to concentrate all of Shuhu's flesh within his body, freeing the victims from the influence of the happiness surgery.
I love that for Blade.
Just when I thought the crisis was over, Evanesia requested that I warn the creator of the world in canvas. According to her, Asat Pramad, the Lord Ravager who once attempted to eliminate Plain Arcadia, has returned again.
Alright, off we go. Hi, March. Let me move my mouse.
You're back! The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment, the Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy.
Hi, everyone. This is your old friend, Snowy.
Well then, as the Phantom Moon games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates.
Yes, we are. And
Cue
after
music.
the director of Foolish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Foolish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games. That terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through the psionic game.
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control Imaginee known as Joy Ascendants appeared suddenly and launched an attack. This Imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Foolish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV tower.
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imaginee inhabitants across Plain Arcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individuals are injured or missing, and total losses are estimated to have reached 8.6 billion credits. And in a chilling echo of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Foolish points to the disaster as the work of supplicants from beyond the sky.
God,
She identified
again?
the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the Astral
Jesus
Express,
fucking
and the
Christ.
wanted criminal, Stellaron Hunter Blade, claiming they were responsible for the tragedy.
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Foolish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue and the organization will be shut down.
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this? The Phantom Moon Brief will continue to keep you updated.
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can Plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year? We will have to wait and see. Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with fake news about you too. Also,
Yeah.
those two hosts,
Yeah.
weren't they from Foolish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to Foolish.
Well, they need to make a living somehow.
Since when did you get so understanding? I'm happy you made it back safely. But somehow, you just don't seem quite the same. Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung.
A fish.
No.
Sparksicle.
Is
Thank
this
you
what
so
it
much
takes
for
to
the
become a
follow.
hero?
It is the amazing Sparksy. You grace a small streamer like myself with your fantabulous self. Thank you so much. Is turning into Don Hong really that bad?
If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore. Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower.
You know,
I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story, but
I
haven't heard yours yet.
really enjoy your stream, Sparksy. So, no taking over my
Foolish
stream.
had
I beg.
people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster? And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade?
Yes.
And then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantas Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn.
Sparksy is pretty
who was
badass.
it
I really
again?
like the trailer. I watch it basically on the weekly. Name is Graphia.
Who is that?
Yes, Graphia. Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important part. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line. Lord Ravager, at Venesia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body.
Please no Herald of
and
Death
the
at my
unfinished
door.
Phantas Moon Games.
I beg of you.
Suddenly,
I've been a
there's so
good
many
Sparksy
things to
fan.
deal with. Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat. Are you okay?
Not my joy. Also, lead mod is very protective of her door. I'm okay.
I wish I were as calm as you. I'm gonna go take a minute and collect myself.
So many things to deal with right now. What should I do next?
Take a fucking nap.
I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
I have a room. Why am I sleeping on the fucking couch, dude? A sofa with a plush velvet surface like a cradle. The moment you sit down, you practically melt into it. The static from the news broadcast marches relentless questioning in the looming presence of the Lord Ravager, the dangerous flesh writhing on Blade's body. The future of the Fast Moon Games, all these tangled problems have knotted themselves into one chaotic mess. What can you do? You're just a poor little raccoon. You want to unravel the mystery, but now you're tangled up in its threads. You struggle uselessly for a bit, then give up, letting fatigue shroud your eyes in darkness.
Welt, he's tired. Let him sleep.
Let him sleep. You never knew you could sleep this much.
You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
There's so much to deal with. I don't know where to begin.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. Constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my depth. All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch in the Express's warp system. The notes were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts, leaving me completely overwhelmed. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now that the time has come again, I'm not panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated 2 Lord Ravagers. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, "Keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you." I've seen you grow through the Phantom Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. I'm truly proud of you. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from 15 years ago.
Is it about how Himiko got the express running again?
I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart. I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my journey began.
How come you never mentioned it before?
Because it's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express, and tell you everything, bit by bit.
All right. It's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... let Shush make us some coffee, huh? Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
Speaking of the world in canvas, March told me about what Evanescia said to you. Evanessia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramad's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in only smiling faces. 1,000 years ago, my ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramad's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantom Moon games be the prelude to his next invasion?
It astonishes me that Graphia is still alive.
That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long-lived species. Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestor have gone through to still exist today? That too leaves me deeply curious.
Could you tell me more about Graphia?
There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only 2 things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantom Moon games, she created the world in canvas to shelter inside it what was left of civilization and life. Which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramad, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of Elation.
About the world in canvas.
Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. That portion became what we know as Plain Arcadia. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramad, but has also seen the Eon of Elation descend in all their glory.
Where do I begin?
Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in Canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC. She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private.
Good news?
I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift from the Cienjo, though. Mung bean soda. Go talk to General Yao Guang, then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car and fill us in on your next move.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara. I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanescia, would step in and punish Fullwish for the disaster she caused. But, to my surprise, it was you who defeated Fullwish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering.
You're too kind, General.
What I am about to tell you is something Evanescia risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express. Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the Veracity.
That's cosmic level bad news.
You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets?
That's
Ouroboros
really
the
bad.
Veracity?
Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros.
I've seen that terrifying thing in Herta's simulated universe.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers, and the planets they passed were devoured as the main course. No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet, after vanishing for years.
Is the Veracity still alive?
The true situation remains unknown. But with this information, we can understand why Asat Pramod set his sights on this world. Aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster like this?
I've seen worse.
That's impressive, Ishvara. No wonder you survived the calamity of Iron Tomb. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. It might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in Canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there as well. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, they are destined to intersect.
Is this going to be Blade's funeral?
A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body, and eliminate the Cienjo's arch-enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? It all depends on how he perceives it. Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop objecting.
General, are you betting everything on me?
Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate battle. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Fullwish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination, and overturn a fate marked for great woe. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly, but I still need more hands to make it work.
Looks like the Phantom Moon games will have to come to an end soon.
What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my leave first.
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone.
Off we go. The normal party car.
What are they all up to over there?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you.
What are you all doing here?
We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all about your latest adventure.
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Fullwish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of what the people of Plain Arcadia or the media may say, we raise a glass to you.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy whatever their name is. I didn't get to see it myself, but Dan Heng described it for me. You killed it!
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this.
Now, let's make a toast. Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us, but I know the Astral Express will keep streaking across the stars.
To all of us.
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey.
Cheers!
Oh, that makes me happy. How you doing, Sonny?
Did you need something?
The others are having a lot of fun. Why don't you join them?
I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back from Seafeld TV Tower. Right now, it feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parties, no matter how tired I was, I'd have to clutch my glass and smile, keeping myself calm. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all.
Thank you for being with me on this journey.
I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
Please let him sleep. He's so fucking tired.
I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate went. We won this battle because of you.
Mr. Yang, how was everything okay on the Express?
When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But the moment the Joy Ascendants appeared, they scattered without a second thought. I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous, a made-up villain or an actual threat. But I am more concerned about you.
Hi, Mal. You're oozing. Can I put you in a bucket? Would that make you feel better? I'm not feeling okay. Why?
I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of the tower, an enormous surge of power seemed to erupt from you. It reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. Did you tap into the power of the Stellaron?
I don't know.
From what I can see, you're in pretty good shape right now. The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward
just woke up, so I'm a little tired. Also stomach cramping a little, so that not great.
What might it do to the Stellaron?
Please, no more
We
stomach
have no
bug.
idea.
You suffered so long
Be
with it.
careful with this power you have, no matter how tempting it may seem.
Hi, Pom-Pom.
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom,
Oh,
heard
it's
you've got
you.
a solo mission coming up. Be safe, will you?
Conductor, do you remember anything from before the Express got up and running?
Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember most of what happened right after the Express crashed onto this world. Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged-up Express window. No matter how hard Pom-Pom tries, Pom-Pom just can't wipe it clean. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the Express, Pom-Pom got to share a one-of-a-kind journey with all of you.
How did you and Himiko meet, Pom-Pom?
How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. All Pom-Pom recalls is having a long and fuzzy sleep, then being woken by a knock at the door. And just like that, passenger Himiko was on board. The day passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from a dream. The Express's heart started beating again and the lights flickered on one after another.
Pom-Pom, have you heard of the name Graphia?
Graphia? Pom-Pom hasn't. But Pom-Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom-Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around the Express, and there are soft clinking and clanking sounds, just like the sound of stars twinkling. But every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Pom-Pom is only left with a warm and comforting feeling, knowing someone had taken good care of Pom-Pom.
Squints. Conductor, it's time for me to say goodbye.
Safe trip! Pom-Pom will take good care of the Express while you're away.
I'm suspicious.
There you are.
I don't like
March and
how
I were
much of a
talking about
goodbye this feels like. Hello, Evan! Worried about me?
A little. But March is obviously worrying too much.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I have a reasonable amount of concern for my companions.
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantasmoon games. I crossed paths with that relentless Shuhu's old friend and foe again.
Stop.
See you tomorrow.
As for March...
Stop.
Well, she spent her time wandering and eating. Her perfect little vacation.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating? I grab plenty of comics as well. I call it cultural exploration. With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that I might have neglected you and March.
You're overthinking it.
Yeah, we are actually more concerned about your condition, Dan Heng.
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges and that abundance curse, and is now ready to do something for himself. It's going to be a path fraught with danger, so I had hoped to accompany him for a bit longer, but he refused. From now on, I will turn my attention to this world.
I did not get New Blade.
Also, did you get New Blade?
No. We manifested too hard, and I got Yun Li, who has too many plates. There was too much manifestation. So I got too many blades. What are you gonna do next?
Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting up some defensive formations.
I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Asat Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and it was time to stretch her legs. So I volunteered.
I will get him by the end of his banner. I have a lot of things that I can do to get some passive Jade, so I will be getting him. Smiles. I will post it on my Twitter and Blue Sky when I do get him. But yeah, I will get him. Stay safe. Don't make me worry too much.
No problem. When you come back, you have to share everything you saw in the world in Canvas.
Alright. Hi, Himiko.
Just in time. I've talked to Madame Pearl. She will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the world in Canvas to find my ancestor Graphia.
When should I set off?
Actually, I hoped you could take some time to rest first. Once you've fully rested, you may make your way to the dock in Seafeld City. Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world in Canvas, a place known as Inkford Hermitage. That's your final stop before entering the world in Canvas, a place to gather your supplies and rest up before you set out on the journey ahead. I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, that realm was created by Graphia, my ancestor. The thought of it makes me feel calm, in a strange but comforting way. If you get to meet her, please give her my regards.
I'll send your regards to Graphia.
Please tell her that one of her descendants became a nameless on the Express. Go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Welt and the others, awaiting good news from you.
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Aeon's stomach acid? this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
It has landed.
What?
Nothing. Just a seabird landing on the rocks. A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few. And that Leviathan is one of them.
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good, and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me. Nothing more.
Can't argue with that. A Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well then, I won't say anything more.
Blade, you sure about this?
She's very worried about him.
For years, death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it, even if this body is reduced to ash. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas, taking me with him. And
Also, I thought of a D&D character, a bard who inspires others, but is also essentially Foghorn Leghorn.
Take care.
This is so serious, and you fucking come out here with that? God damn it, Mal.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows
Is what I do.
is none other than Asat Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So, I need to get back and finish my job.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment.
I like the character focus that they've been doing on some of the older characters right now, because
Humor is my way of coping with sadness or the inevitability of
time,
isolation and
when
loneliness.
it's just the two of us.
I've had a lot of
you go
time to hone my
quiet.
art.
alright, Blade.
You know what I'm going to say.
Alright, Blade.
The seabird's flown off.
But
it's time for us.
I
to
really
go
like
too.
that they're using this as a way to do some character development for older characters and really grow the characters that we have known for a while. It feels right. I like that they're doing this.
The terror slumbering at the heart of Plain Arcadia is Ouroboros.
After the
Hey,
swarm
my
disaster,
voice is not that
the
gravelly.
veracity vanished.
It could be if you
never
tried.
to appear again for more than 700 Amber eras. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded
I want the
by their
peacock and the
children,
fish to kiss.
awaiting the day of their return.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was Pier
I'm
Point.
not gargling rocks just so you can
They
swoon.
say
Just be
that
like me. Just
preservation
eat
is
the
nothing
rocks,
more
dude.
than a facade. And the IPC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the
Robot
veracity.
fish.
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That the Marketing Development Department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stellarons. Such rumors are endless. I believe the General should be able to tell which are true and which are not.
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true.
Bad.
Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadia's destruction would be all but instantaneous.
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here, and how it's connected to the Elation, remain unknown. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge in this world.
Naturally, that is why I'm here. And it's about time for the two Nameless to arrive. Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across Plain Arcadia.
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the deployment with such speed. Now, with Yin and Yang aligned, and all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core, the Decalite reflection barrier will be complete.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures. General, have you truly made up your mind?
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. On the contrary, they grow ever clearer. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse.
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars, and now even the ancient tree's seal is starting to loosen. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this place.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter.
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the remains of the Veracity?
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Assad Pramod, This barrier
Oh hi
is
honky
prepared
drops.
for him.
More jades for the blade getting
Asat
machine.
Kamad has been meddling with the game
Exactly.
in the shadows.
Come get your drops.
His intentions unclear. We know little about him or the veracity. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia, aren't they? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis.
Garden wants blade so
Yet
bad.
you chose
His
the
New
most
York spilled out for a
unconventional
second.
one.
Come get ya drops. I'm walking here.
and
I've
broke into
never
the
lived in
building
New
to
York my
confront me
entire
in
life.
person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madam Pearl. I'm a security officer, and there is only one reason I'm here. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching.
Yeah,
other
my New
places.
England came out.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed?
Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detective, and 1 officer. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately. A blatant provocation.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the Elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. Planar Arcadia is a stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a whim.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramad's next move.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gaze of the Omnitia, all possibilities will be laid bare. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive? Or is this merely some twisted joke?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
And so, the people set out, and the gondola, bound for distant lands, set sail.
We're in masks.
The end of the
Fools.
world. The Elation once again declared war upon the Veracity. Take, frail little humans! Ouroboros split their mouth wide open. Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. My tongue. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracity's teeth. The bartender Baraji opened the wine cellar, yet they only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep. And en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter at their own amusement. En route spread his hands and said, "See? I filled your mouth with laughter."
Then what happened?
Then Then the Veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw and tore en route to pieces.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Ah, those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need.
One background character just fucking dancing.
Let's hear what they have to say.
Shepard, the guy summoned comments to feed the Veracity sounds like a fairy tale. Braggy, there are plenty of bartenders at the Laughter's Tavern. At least the most famous one. Rumor has it that he still hasn't paid off the tab the time he cracked open the wine cellar. Filling Leviathan with corny jokes. Crazy idea. I highly doubt his wordplay will be enough for the Veracity to feast on.
You two asking about the Veracity? You think about walking that path?
Walk the path of Veracity? Do I need to eat everything in sight?
You got it. Kids always dream big.
Do I, Chungus?
Bulldozers. Some are monsters. And I am on a farm. Yeah. And the man.
Ugh, can you talk normal? Stop gulping for air.
I swore to become a Veracity pass.
Guys, I might have to end stream very early today. My husband has locked himself out of his car at work. So give me 1 second. I have to go check to see if his spare keys are here, and I'm probably gonna have to streaking and leaving. No, you don't leave.
You have no idea how much
I'm
I wanted to
telling
tell
them
you this
right
guy's
now.
name when I encountered him. But I didn't want to spoil anything for you and Stram.
I will be right back, everyone. I gotta go see if he has spare keys. No, I'm shaming you. You know what? No, I'm leaving my mic on. I'm gonna go find the fucking spare keys. I cannot believe. I love my husband, guys. Holy shit. So, I couldn't find his spare keys. I still might need to leave. If I can, if he sends me another message saying that he needs me to go, so... There's just a big old question mark right now if I need to go. Anyways, let's continue talking to Chungus.
Finally, I pinched my nose and swallowed loose moan, and they looked at me.
Ouroboros?
Nah. Ah. Very regrettable.
Enough already.
I'm telling you, it was all bluffing. The fools didn't lose. Root and Dorothy, Veracity wasn't looking, roll up their skin like a grape, snatch it up and poke it. Then, poof, they were gone. The Comic-Con Collective don't got a Veracity card. I already filed a formal complaint with the organizers. You should be putting this much effort into your studies.
That's fucking incredible. I love that Albert. Who is this green man? His name is Chungus. Another version of the story, en route didn't tell a lame joke. He and Dorothy made off with the Eon's shed skin. Dorothy, haven't seen that name in ages. She has ties to into en route as well.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of stationery?
A kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one of us as well. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough,
It's super
those
unserious,
of us who truly
dude.
love learning are the rare ones. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here. You can have it.
How to poke an Eon. Hold on. I'm still currently trying to make sure I don't have to end stream to go help my husband. Being locked out of his fucking car. Book signed by Scarecrow that records tales of masked fools who dare to offend Eons. They view this as a rite of passage in a fool's career, rushing headlong into it one after another, never tiring of the thrill. Pay per second, one-day tour of the Amber World. Hell yeah. Borrowing some poor sap's iris, the fool shapeshifter donned a sharp suit and boarded a shuttle at Pierce Point Skyport. He flashed a warm smile at every passenger of the cabin, billionaires wealthy enough to rival nations, monarchs of galactic belts, board members of industrial monopolizing foundations, all of whom had emptied their coffers for a single pilgrimage, an audience with the Amber Lord. 1 second, I am muting myself. Okay. So he's trying to get into his car. I'm still on a, hey, I may need to end stream early so I can go pick up his dumbass. Yeah, no, he locked himself out of his car. We are currently, yeah, we're in a holding pattern to see if I need to go and, get him. Or bring up spare keys, so. Worst case scenario, I will be ending stream, to go drive up and grab him, and then we will find his keys tomorrow, and we will go get his car tomorrow. I don't want him spending money on a locksmith. Yeah, mission husband rescue, just in case. We'll see what we need to do, but I don't know how short stream is gonna be. Oh my god. He just called me. He was like, I knew today was going too well. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Anyways. The shuttle pierced through the debris disk, drawing near the Ember Lord's colossal form. They had stood there since before sentient life was born, and would likely remain long after sentient life had vanished. Following the countless marks over the eons of the subspace crystalline barrier, some prayed in silence, some wept softly, while the Ember Lord offered no response. Who would have noticed a single speck of dust in the vast expanse of space? The full-carved shapeshifter was here, the barrier, then took his leave without a second glance. Remnant dream of the primeval Imperium into the mouth of Veracity. Ouroboros, the ancient Leviathan that survived the Dusk Wars, was said to have chased Aha all the way to the roots of the imaginary tree. A fool named Enroute attempted to confirm the truth of this tale, but alas he couldn't run as fast as Aha and was caught by the Veracity and swallowed whole. Who would have guessed that inside the Veracity's belly lay a wondrous world of its own? The Veracity was so massive that the lives previously devoured had established their own kingdoms on their stomach walls. Thumb-sized dwarves, clever horse folk, talking comet cicadas. Enroute explored this place with delight, encountered fellow swallowed fools, Dorothy, Brigard, and Shepard. Together they adventured, found the Veracity's heart and gave it a good kick, and were belched out into the universe with a mighty wrench. Enroute quickly plucked off the Veracity shadow and spread it over the fools like a blanket. Shepard then tossed out a comet. The dim-witted Ouroboros was drawn to its light. The fools finally escaped with their lives. After that, countless fools sought the treasures within the Veracity's belly, but none ever caught so much as a glimpse of the Veracity again. Everyone is a Drilla. After the Eon of Beauty vanished, the fool Davin made a proclamation at the tavern, instantly attracting a massive following, chanting everyone a Drilla. They sparked an artistic storm and launched a reckless charge towards pushing the boundaries of the path of beauty. For example, they stuck bananas to agates with polyvinyl chloride tape, scribbled graffiti on every household item in sight, and proclaimed them great works of art. And they even found time to fight a few copyright lawsuits with the IPC. That was until they arranged space junk across an entire planet's surface to form a Drilla's visage, at which point the Knights of Beauty finally rounded them all up. However, after 7 days and 7 nights of deliberation, the hastily conceived Round Table of Knights of Beauty ultimately decided the release of the fools, since to punish them, they would have to acknowledge that these depictions actually resembled the Drilla. Afterwards, say no to Aha. Having come this far, I must tell my own story. The night before I finished this piece, a visitor casually strolled into the tavern, sat down beside me, and ordered themselves a bomb first drop. They didn't introduce themselves, but I already knew who they were. They said, "Buddy, I hear you're writing a little book. I've read it. Quite interesting, but there's a few points worth discussing." I listened patiently as they spoke, and rejected every single change they proposed. They downed the last drop of the bomb in one gulp, and they left the tavern. Their retreating figure looked utterly forlorn.
This feels completely made up. But, thanks anyway.
Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every Eon they possibly could. and narrowly escaped death at the hands of each and every one of them. As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the books circulating. Hey, friends! How was your first day of school?
No.
Sparksy's here to pick you up after class.
Oh no. The fool whom en route met inside the belly of Veracity, pretty much similar to an extra dragged in to make up the numbers in the soap opera Mr. N loves watching. Bizarre story, en route once ventured into the belly of Veracity managed to escape after plucking their shadow. Scarecrow, I guess he can be considered an old friend of mine. This guy actually wrote a book. Interesting.
Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell me you're up to something again.
Oh, still doubting me? You're breaking Sparkskull's heart here. That whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, and even wore my mask down to nothing! But honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the Veracity. Aha chases the Veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far. Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. I borrowed a nifty little gadget from a friend. The Unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works, but apparently this light bulb makes you smarter the moment you put it on.
Does this friend know you borrowed it?
Supramod has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day.
Well then, I'll go first.
It, doesn't look very reliable. Are you sure about this?
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend in my head will protect me.
If anything goes wrong, don't worry, Evernight will kill people.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly. I get it now. All of it. No need to dance around. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered. How does Asat Pramod plan to destroy Elation?
Correction. The effect is very obvious.
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if Asat Pramod was once a masked fool, and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it. Many have expressed their concerns. This isn't elation. Aha is playing with fire.
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective. We're closing in on the truth.
Yes, the answer is all but revealed. You are Asat Pramod, Sparksy.
What?
Do you have evidence?
Of course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. The evidence is... you were the first person I met when I got off the Express.
If I am Asat Pramod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive?
Yeah, fair point.
Just take that thing off already.
That's weird. I thought I was on the right track. Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat.
Oh no.
You changed your clothes just for this? First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction.
Update on a husband situation. He is calling a locksmith. He's calling the locksmith to get himself back in his fucking car. The spare key is at his mom's house. She is currently in the office today, though, and she actually does not know where it would be. So, there's no way for us to get the spare key. It's not at her house, it's at his mom's house. Okay, so he might not be calling the locksmith. What we're planning on doing... We're now just trying to figure out who's going to be running him home. Alright, so, new plan is he's going to come home, we're going to find the spare keys, and then we're going to run back up there and get it. We're not leaving it overnight completely, but we are going to be... Operation Rescue Husband is still going.
This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one trying to kill Elation is... the Lord Ravager
At his mom's house? His mom's house. Okay, so, the spare key is at his mom's house. The mom is currently in her office, so she doesn't know where it is, so she has to find it. I could get into her house, but I also don't want to stress out. I don't know where the fuck the key is. She also doesn't know where it is, so she has to look, and I'm worried about finding things that I shouldn't find. So, his mom's in office, which, funny enough, she's very close to him. Yeah. So, we're trying to figure out who's gonna be picking him up to bring him home. Or we just leave his ass there for a bit, while we find the key.
What am I even saying? Classic whodunit? This is more like a classic Who's the Dummy.
Ah, I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten.
No need to be so serious, Detective. Why don't you show us what you've got? By the way, what type of detective are you?
Me? I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I aim straight at the heart of the problem. You're not wrong. Asat Pramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an Eon can fall.
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. Divine warfare between eons, and the third one, What was it again?
Forcing an Eon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to Plain Arcadia. So, what makes you so certain Asat Pramod is here on business?
Hold on. Okay.
Not on vacation.
Elation is being turned away.
We folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to.
Enru.
Right. He's the one I can't stop thinking about. Stories change every time, but they all circle back to the same logic. En route defeated the Veracity by some means.
You're right. Then who is this en route? Do you know him? En route.
Hi, Sampo.
Of course she does! Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a mourning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole. But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparks and Spark.
Oh.
I knew it.
Give it back, give it back! That's a big order my client wants immediately!
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take it now.
I hate that they call him IX.
I also hate that.
Wait, right now? This doesn't sound like you at all.
No.
New version of
If
good
it's a
old
no, it's a
Sampo
no.
when.
Guess I'll keep it. Bye-bye.
I want new Sampo at the very end of Plain Arcadia. I think it'd be great. Sampo's having a hard time.
Sir, do you need to hire a private detective?
Hey!
Can you catch her for me?
Of course. I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But, in exchange, I'd like you to elaborate a bit more on what you were saying.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it, will it?
Name your price.
Don't.
Put it on Pearl's tab.
Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. Oh, and I wouldn't scam you two.
Yes, you would.
The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth. All for the sake of a good laugh. Oh.
That lines up. Sounds like the origin of the legend. So, he's a friend of yours?
Not a chance! Back when old Sempo was still a kid, En route was already a name in the history books. He left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say after hearing 30 trillion jokes, he never laughed again. Before he left, En route said one thing that, at the time, no one cared about. Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left the tavern?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is this. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. Just trust old Sempo. And about catching Sparksy?
Leave it to me. I keep my word.
Oh, I know that guy.
He's a fool who loves going to places where he isn't welcome. He left the tavern after the second prosperity, heading for the true world's end.
Ah, see? You only need that 10% of the story to be true.
The last thing he said was really scary.
So many unanswered
Fam's
questions about
wife.
en route. He has to be tied to Assad Pramod somehow. But our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go pay a visit to another expert next. Oh. Speak of the devil. Only a Cienjo general could have arranged something like this, I suppose.
I'm surprised as well. You've only just left Amphorius, and already you've managed to draw the attention
We're
of
special
another
like
Lord
that.
Ravager.
Smiles.
Miss Ron May? Miss Ting Yoon?
Hey
We're
Garden,
here
have you
by
heard of
General
vampire
Yaguang's
therapist?
request.
No.
It seems we arrived just in time. At first, I only came because the Shenzhou extended an invitation, and it seemed impolite to refuse. Now that I'm here,
This is
I
a good.
see it was well
This is a
worth the
good
trip.
screenshot. I like this.
So, let me get to the point. Ouroboros has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath layers of secrecy.
Hardly surprising. They disappeared after the swarm disaster, and there are many different opinions on where they went.
Zell is losing
The
their damn
Intelligentsia
mind
Guild
over
claims the
fucking.
Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it. Those scholars are fond of post-meal naps themselves, likely just projecting their own habits.
You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well. Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Von Walk?
Von Walk?
Sprightly Von Walk. I've heard there's a particular phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest planet. Plants multiply and grow and are then harvested like wild grass. A cycle repeating every few decades. Almost identical to the Phantas Moon Games.
But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth, shouldn't that make you think of abundance? Huh. Wait.
It seems you figured it out. By coincidence, abundance is another thing the two worlds have in common.
When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences, Mr. Ashvale. No. Leader of the Rangers, Mr. La Mancha. Perhaps you could explain this to our nameless friend.
Back on Von Walk, I'd already long since stopped being a ranger. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May. You're not the only genius to take life as a subject of study. By the time I arrived, the atavistic experiment was already approaching its final phase. Dr. Primitive had set his sights on an ancient leviathan. Beneath Von Walk's surface, there also lay the remains of the Veracity.
You stopped him.
The Rangers stopped him. Back then, Mr. N was still human.
Now, deep beneath Ahatopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the Path of Veracity, and called it a game. This is what people call the Phantasmoon Games.
Uh-huh. Why would they do such a thing?
You may remember, the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my collection. By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather intriguing.
Hello, Webs.
Amber eras ago,
You missed the
just as Akifili
rescue
began traveling
husband
in pursuit
mission.
of their ideal, all creations of the Veracity lost the same organ: their taste buds.
What does that imply?
The purpose of consumption changed. Be they spawns, depth crawlers, or void song whales, their genetic markers encoding gustatory organs vanished entirely. Creatures walking the path of veracity became nothing more than biological black holes, consuming without discrimination. This was not natural evolution. Through the simulated universe, I identified the point of divergence in history. A concept had disappeared from the path of veracity. Consider this. What do taste buds provide?
Yummy flavors?
Precisely. Savoring something's aftertaste is an act of elation.
So Aha stole the original Prima Mobile of the Veracity?
The simulated universe proves nothing on its own, but the primal desires of life have always been entangled. Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and veracity stretches all the way back to primordial times.
How many people know about this?
There used to be 2. I only told Yu Qingtu. Now, there are 5. After this...
Quick pause, everyone.
I can't be sure.
Okay. Sorry, I had a thing I had to type out. So. Mission Safe Husband is still ongoing. So, here is the new complication. Mother-in-law, who could pick him up, has to go get her dogs by 6. However, they are about an hour away. So, if she picks him up, she would not be able to get her pups from pup care, right? So the only other option is her running home, trying to find the fucking spare key, and then I run up to go get him, but he'd be there for at least 2 hours after he would be done with work, which is a little ridiculous. So we're currently trying to figure out if we should get the lockpick or not. Yeah, this is, it is a whole fucking deal right now. We'll figure it out.
Old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour one another. Of the 3 known ways to kill an Eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2. Now who still thinks Asap Pramod is here on vacation?
But you still haven't explained where it came from.
You mean the shadow? It has nothing to do with Funwalk.
Oh?
Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express, nor my first time dealing with a Lord Ravager. When my home was destroyed by Zulo, I had a brief encounter with a former navigator.
A navigator of the Express?
Yes. Starseer, I see. He'd already retired by then. He was the one who told me about the Shadow. According to IC, it was one of many remnants left behind when the Express first carved paths along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the Shadow and devised the plan to assassinate Zulo. But I never learned why it was there in the first place.
Don't you find it strange, Mr. Ashvale?
Strange?
When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences. Like an experiment with results that are too perfect, it's enough to send a chill down your spine. If you don't mind, let's walk through the whole thing once more. Earlier, what did you two uncover in the tavern?
Someone suspected to be Asat Pramod knew about the Veracity's secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for the end of the world.
And then? Who did he say the Shadow belonged to?
A former navigator. The Shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it?
I don't know if anyone can answer that question. Not even Akivili. Wait. Don't tell me.
En route only goes where he isn't welcome. After leaving the tavern, he went to the Astral Express.
The detective game is over.
Lord Ravager asked if Permanent is back. Laughter, but he's joke. En route, heading for the world's end. Astral Express. Haven't in a long time. Old friend. Bad. I got.
I have to say, not many people can make me change my plans. Whether in the past or present, you've always been one of them.
So, it is you.
You know how it is, kid.
I don't like
I've
clowns.
always enjoyed
Why are there so many clowns right now?
Uninvited.
They all float down here.
Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick us up at the Seafeld City dock. The place we're going to holds clues
Also,
about
hi Bottom.
Graphia?
Thanks for the password.
Really?
Validate your own ticket before boarding.
Let's have some fun, passengers. We wish you a pleasant journey. Attention, passengers. Welcome to the Seafeld line.
Yellow Ducky Nibble's flagship store. Child
I just tried to jump. I play too much Enfield. I play too much Enfield, dude. I just tried to jump.
It is an honor to, well, shall I say, be of service to you again. To be honest, when Madame Pearl invited you to visit the Perlux Tower, I was supposed to be your guide. I ended up being replaced by a total fraud. My name is Feld. By order of Madame Pearl, I will be escorting you to your destination.
Thank you, Mr. Feld.
You are too kind. I followed the battle in Seafeld City very closely. Serving a hero such as yourself is a true privilege. I assume Madame Pearl has already briefed you on our destination?
No.
I see. It so happens that Madame Pearl is tied up with an unforeseen event, so allow me to brief you in her stead. The destination of our boat journey is a hotel known as Inkford Hermitage. It is situated at the end of a Dovebrook tributary that ultimately flows into the sea. It is one of the points where the world in canvas intersects with reality.
Graphia lived there?
Yes, to be precise, she lived there 1,000 years ago. Legend says the miraculous encanvassing of the modern world happened there. Would Madame Pearl, a die-hard fan, pass up a sacred site like that?
Dialux, when did you get here?
Word is that Madame Pearl just flicked her wrist, signed a check with an astronomical figure, and bought the whole plot of land. She also snatched up every single piece of Graphia's lost works she could find without bothering to verify their authenticity. Whew, I guess money really does let you do whatever you want. That's not even the half of it. I don't know where her obsession comes from, but she's dead set on the idea that Graphia is still alive. If she gets even a whiff of anything remotely related to Graphia, she's got her people on it at the snap of a finger. But all they could find were Imagine knockoffs. Random, pretty redheads based on nothing but imagination. I bet her reaction went something like this. Objective. Locate the original. Error. Detecting excessive quantity of low-quality merchandise.
You!
It really
I remember
is so
you.
distinct.
You're that fraudster from Perlux Tower.
Perlux Tower? I've never set foot in that place in my life.
Oh, I know it's you. I've seen the footage. You're wearing the exact same outfit.
Oh, a slip up in an otherwise perfect plan. Relax. Your job is safe this time.
Cut it out, you scoundrel. You can't talk your way out of this. Who exactly are you?
This is the author of the Fluffy.
This is the author of Fluffy Across the Blue. Blurry QR cult.
You're wearing the same outfit. When have they ever changed clothes?
Is that so? My apologies. How rude of me. Miss Colt, it's an honor to finally see the face behind the work. Please pardon my yelling. I didn't know.
No worries, no worries.
Are you headed to Inkford Hermitage as well?
Well, yes. Would you believe it if I said I was going on vacation?
Miss Blurry QR Colt, let's be clear. You are being transported under escort. Your current credit balance is in the negative.
Man, I wonder what I'm gonna wear today. Fucking opens closet. It's all the same fucking outfit, slightly different shades of like, slightly different shades. You can't really tell that they're different shades, but they can tell.
Whoa, this is not my fault. Remember Alloy King Pom Pom from Perlux Tower? I tried to put everything on Pearl's tab, but she found out and charged it back to me. Who knew a figurine could be so expensive? It cost me more than my entire savings.
Did you just release a new volume? How are you still broke?
I went all in on learned coins. There goes my licensing fees and royalties. I lost every single penny.
So you're escorting her to, shall we say, an intensive creative retreat?
Correct. The objective is to deliver the manuscript and clear her debts. The estimated duration is 56 days.
Hear that? It's not a hotel. It's hell. Where you get whipped for not finishing your scripts on time.
Seems like the deadline is actually deadly.
The boat has arrived. When you're ready, let's begin our journey to Inkford Hermitage. Please, mind your step as you board. We have arrived. This is the snowy shore of the canvas world, Inkford Hermitage.
Are those Wispe floating on the water?
Oh dear, there are so many Wispe. They are blocking the boat's route.
No.
But no need to panic. Please follow my lead.
This is genuinely really pretty, though.
Mighty, wish power.
Mighty, wish power. Ice blocks are fragile. I need to do these at some point. Oh. It helps if I actually hit the button, you know? Causing the refreeze. Okay. That's actually such a cool little mechanic. I really like that. That's cute. I really like that.
Ooh, a safe docking. For a second, I thought we were going to hit an iceberg or something.
Why are they surrounding us?
They probably sensed your wish power. You are the Phantas Moon Games superstar, no? Look, one's trying to hitch a ride on you.
When did you get on me?
Must have been when we came ashore. Oh, what a devoted fan.
Everyone, welcome to Inkford Hermitage.
I was imagining a Benzai Tengoku style manor or something. So you demolished your idol's old residence and replaced it with a luxury hotel.
Of course not. Benzai Tengoku vanished more than 1,000 years ago. The original structure is long lost to time. The IPC only chose this location because this is one of the weakest points between reality and the world in Canvas. Many Imaginae are born every day, but just as many ancient lineages of Imaginae hide themselves away in the world in Canvas once their wish power dry up, or as they grow weary of the mortal world. This is the final stop before they enter the world in Canvas, and this is where they bid farewell to reality. They rest here, organize memories spanning centuries, and then pass beyond the point of no return. Rumor has it that Graphia's soul appears from time to time to guide these weary Imaginae on their path.
There's a sense of parting in the air. No wonder the soul of the mother of Imagenesis feels an attraction for a creator. This must be the finest well of inspiration.
Miss Colt, now that you're in this well too, you ought to make the most of it. Let's go. I'll lead the way.
No, bad.
The drop rates are this bad.
Is that...
Not a mimic. Not interested.
Oh, okay.
The drop rates are this bad.
We have arrived. The hotel staff will take over from here. I'll take my leave.
freezing. It's cold enough for a typical snowstorm mansion murder mystery. Anyone here? Hello? Hello?
Honored guests.
Please?
My apologies for the late
Please don't do your own echo. I
No
did
wonder
think I
it's
missed
so
Fel
cold.
explaining the tree
It's
over
an
yonder.
Actual snow wispy. Hello there, little one.
I am the lobby manager, Casper. You have a very high body temperature. Please, try not to overheat the room.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the popular
I
comic artist.
love that she was
Blurian.
like, hello, hello, hello.
The former comic artist, Miss Nihilux.
Former?
Oh, my true name is gone, just like that. Oh wait, did you say former?
The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You are now an asset of Perlux Corp. You'll be staying here until you finish your next volume. Every guest in this hotel is an Imaginee with quite a history. That Arcadian over there? That's a former superhero.
Which one? Never heard of him.
That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kappa. These days, they work as the hot springs manager.
A Kappa? Didn't that lineage of Imaginee go extinct when the IPC first arrived?
There are still a few survivors that slipped through the net. As for Casper myself, I am a former frost giant.
A farmer frost giant.
Little old me was once a tall, mighty, and majestic giant. Of course, that was back in the Cinder Age.
So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of old secrets. What corner did they dig you out of?
From a block of ice. It is sad how a giant block of ice melts into tiny pieces over time. I have forgotten the names of most of my friends. And I have not tasted a crispy, charred Void Ranger in a long, long while now.
I am currently nameless.
Indeed, another glittering nameless.
Another? How's that?
That is a secret.
Any info on the former Graphia?
Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes here. Ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel, all those Imaginee who mimic her and the weirdos who insist they have a connection to her have flocked here. You see, they all claim they have some sort of connection to her, or hold some secret about her.
I bet they're just trying to scam people out of wish power and credits. Just like all those people who swear they're AHA.
You're not wrong. But whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper here can always pad it out and hand over a long list of names. Nameless, good luck with your inquiries. Bye now. Let's have some fun.
I heard
Yoink.
Graphia is still here in this hotel.
Alright, I know that's a Furbo. Scenery here is amazing. Millions are fluttering about, the snow is falling nicely, and these Modi's. I wish I knew I should have read more books. I can't even squeeze out a single sentence to describe the scene. I think I'll go take a nice hot bath first. I'm completely drenched in sweat from sword practice. Seeing that bubbling hot spring and its steam, I want to dive right in. You shouldn't take a hot bath right after exercising. Since when did you start sounding like those Heelys from the Alchemy Commission? Relax, I'm trained in martial arts, so I'm fit as a fiddle. I'm not lying. You gotta believe me. Fine, if you got a problem, forget it. If Ho-Ho and Little Goy were here, they definitely nagged me about it too. Let's save the hot springs for later. It's been a while, so why don't we head inside first? Warm up a pot of fur-picked wine and catch up. What do you say, President? Did you just call me President? No, no, wait. Just pretend you didn't hear that. Sorry, boss. I guess I ended up exposing myself. Since things have gotten completely out of hand, you and I have no choice but to battle it out. Okay.
Unlimited firepower.
Don't thank me.
Wiped him out. This next round, real gaming. Bonus round.
Murder. For bashing. No. We still have a labor contract. Off he goes. Anyways, I wanted to have a little bit of a fight, so.
I sense more stray thoughts and disturbance in the water. The Imaginae of today are far too restless.
Are you the Hot Springs manager?
Yes, yes. This old soul is just scraping by with what little talent I have left. The humans here call me Sudscour, a filthy name, but fitting for this frail and wretched form.
Jesus Christ.
Are you here at the hot springs to wash away your stray thoughts? Or just to chat with the last Kappa of Ahatopia?
You're the last Kappa?
Well, as you see, my kin have either been swallowed by the muddy currents or have fled into the canvas. Long, long ago, my people lived in every river and pond in Ahatopia. We tended the crops for the artists, and in return, they painted our descendants into existence.
Why have you chosen to stay in the real world?
It is hard to leave one's homeland. Even when my kin have entered the canvas, even when the waters here are no longer clear, and even when the new Plu tribe has replaced us, this is still my home. It needs someone who remembers the old days. As long as I remain, the Kappa line is alive.
Do you know Graphia? On hearing that name, the withered body of Ahatopia's last Kappa begins to tremble faintly.
Lady Graphia is the one who guided all Imaginae. Her name shines like moonlight through my dimming memories. Back then, the demons from beyond swept in like a dark tide. The filth and flames they brought could turn even the clearest stream into a toxic swamp. We Kappa were weak and could only shiver at the bottom of the rivers, but it was Lady Graphia who found us. She encouraged us, saying that every drop of clean water held power against the darkness. She taught us how to use water to protect the displaced mortals and
wash away those impure monsters. Though our impact was limited, that was the most heroic era for my kind.
What was Graphia like?
Legend says that when she was a painter, she was a woman of radiant beauty. But in my fading memories, on the battlefield, she was a warrior with flowing red hair and pigment-stained armor. Some say she fought like a demon, but to me, her eyes shone brighter than the smoothest river stone. If you seek clues regarding Lady Graphia, you should visit the mountain behind the hotel. There are atonement statues left by Imagine there, filled with their prayers. It is also the site of Graphia's former residence. Casper likes to wander around there. He is a strangeling far older than I. Perhaps if you play in the snow with him, he might show you the way.
Thank you.
That is all I can tell you. After all, I am just a stubborn old Kappa, trying to keep this one pool of water a little cleaner.
Yoink. Graphia. That's so funny.
You can see me, and I shall hide no longer. Indeed, I am Graphia, the sovereign of all paintings, the source of all schools, the mother who birthed all Imagine. Unfortunately, my wish power is spent, and I can no longer weave my imagination arts. But you and I share a fate, with just a few wish bays to aid me.
I am Graphia. If you're giving away wish bays, you should give them to me.
No, I am Graphia. Does this red all
Yeah,
not
it
make
is.
obvious?
This is. These are Graphia these are. Great, more the merrier. Wait a minute.
One of you, come help me fight the Lord Ravager.
The Lord Ravager? To be honest, we are Graphia, but we're not Graphia.
Simply put, we are Imagine born from people's imaginations of
I love
Graphia. As for
I
me,
love him so
I was
much,
sketched
dude.
by a rather unskilled illustrator for a history textbook, which explains why I look a bit rough.
I am a wispy form from the concentrated longing for Graphia in plain Arcadia.
I am the armored goddess Graphia from the 52-episode animated series Apocalypse of Ashes, Mecha Wars. Care to witness my signature move? Dance of the Inkblade.
So none of you are real. Great.
If you're looking for the real Graphia, I'd suggest you give up. I've seen countless Imagine on the verge of exhausting their wish power, begging the mother of Imagenesis to extend their lives with her paintbrush. Not a single one has ever succeeded. In the end, only those of us making a living off the Graphia brand are left. When it comes down to it, she's nothing more than a legend.
Did Graphia really live here?
Who knows? Maybe the IPC made up some story to boost the hotel's revenue.
I mean, the Sinless Age was over 1,000 years ago. Maybe the only thing left is the longing for Graphia.
Is there any way to meet her?
There's one very simple way.
She created all Imagine with her brush. Word has it, she waits at the end of the world in canvas to see off those whose time has come. But every Imagine who has seen her is, of course, dead.
So dying is the only way, huh? These three aren't just fakes. They're also wackadoodles.
Looks like I'll have to find another way.
As I suspected, finding Graphia was never going to be easy.
Besides us, there are plenty of ancient Imagine living here, ones that have long gone extinct elsewhere. Some even claim to be original works by Graphia herself.
If you're serious about finding Graphia, you should try asking them.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
Okay. Now it looks like
So,
talked
you're
with
here
everyone.
looking for Graphia's whereabouts on behalf of that Intellitron executive. I think it's unlikely that the mother of Imagenesis will see her.
Why?
If she wanted to see her, it would already have happened. The IPC has practically turned the world and canvas upside down. You know this, right? Over 140 years ago, they brought in hackers from Punklord and did everything they could to blast open the passage between reality and the world and canvas. I think disturbing her world and canvas like that must have upset the mother of Imagenesis.
I've received requests from a friend of Graphia's.
A friend of Graphia's? Just how long has that person been alive? So that friend wanted you to find Graphia, but they didn't tell you how.
Aside from a single parting request, Eminencia had no time to leave behind any tokens or guidance, but that's not to say she left nothing at all.
The only thing Avenesia left that could be a token is the mask she painted herself, right?
Do you have any bright ideas?
Normally, I'd suggest you play that little snow puff ball for info. That good luck with your inquiries line definitely had a subtext. But since you're asking for a bright idea, you must have heard that in a certain corner of the universe, there's a mysterious ritual that can summon historical figures to the
Nihilux,
present day.
no. Put that down.
The holy
Put that down right now. Hearing that makes it literally like put that shit down. Like
Oh,
if
right.
she's a dog.
That was your big adventure in Penacony. Oh, how nice. I hope Plain Arcadia holds one too.
No, bad.
Then I don't need to explain the method. First, we need a catalyst. Do you have Graphia's brush or palette? Doesn't look like it. No matter, Miss Kalt has got you covered. We
Put
use
that thing back where it
ley line
came from, or so
resonance.
help me.
This hotel is built on Graphia's former home.
Exactly.
It still has a connection to her, like that vibrant golden tree. Wait, you aren't actually falling for this, are you?
I should have known asking you would be a waste of time.
Sorry. I was just trying to lift the mood. Oh, honestly, I'm a chronic deadline misser who can barely save her own skin. How am I supposed to help you?
I've heard enough. Break time is over, Miss
Oh my
Nihilux.
god, Nihilux.
Now that you understand your situation, stop wasting time. Start drawing.
Fucking me with the videos that I'm making right now.
Work already? I'm not some fully automated painting
Holy
Megatron.
shit, dude.
You do know that, right?
A Mechatron can run for hundreds of hours straight. You cannot. That's exactly why every second counts. Now right this second, start increasing your value as a quality asset.
Hey, wait! This is kidnapping! Little raccoon, help me!
Me when Zella's like, you gotta go work on your videos.
Nilex has a point. If that Casper guy is a survivor from the Cinderth Age, maybe he really does know something. Anyway, I'll start by asking around here.
Let's have some fun.
Casper? Are you there?
Nope. I'm not. Not a mimic. Not interested.
I missed it. Casper.
You found me, current nameless.
Casper, come here.
I knew you'd come to ask about Lady Graphia. But if I try too hard to remember things from such a long
Oh boy,
time
I'm
ago,
sad now.
my soft, squishy head starts to throb. And then I start melting.
Why are you sad?
Drop.
This is fine.
Drop. So much of my memory feels like it's shrouded in a blizzard, and I can't see anything clearly. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you.
Why are we sad?
I can't say. Don't worry about it.
Aww. Alright, I have update on Project Save Husband. He had the lockpick come there, and they were like, it'll be $250 to unlock your fucking car. No!
Oh boy, now I'm really sad.
What is happening? Why are you so sad?
This is fine.
Let's play in the snow. I'm gonna let this continue out. I'm still trying to... I might have to end stream after this chat, so I can go try and find keys. Because $250 is
so
ridiculous.
It feels like I had snowball fights every single day a long time ago. Shaping the snow into balls and flinging them at whatever strange intruders came barging in. Well then, come at me, Nameless. I'm a snowball fight veteran. I won't lose.
quick pause, because I need to see if I actually need to go or not.
Combos across the board. Talent's maxed out, firing on all cylinders.
Okay. Operation Rescue Husband is, a go, so I actually do need to end the stream here. I'm so sorry, everyone. We need to go make sure my husband is okay. That my husband can actually get home today. Let me submit these. I love him so very much. I will continue to get more Jades. We will be playing this on Monday, most likely, to finish up the story. I'm so sorry about having to end. And I will see you all on Monday. Until then, I hope you all stay safe, I hope you stay hydrated, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye! I'm sorry you're at work on Monday. But goodbye everyone, stay safe, have a good weekend!